Hey nerds! I've been wanting to make this video for a long time, and I have been procrastinating, but enough is enough. I have all the information I need, so I'm just going to do it. So this is all about the wraps, and more specifically, the slide plates that really, well, it's not just that, but they really do make the wrap what it is. It wouldn't be the wrap without it. Just like it wouldn't be the wrap with all its other components and options as well. But the slide plates are special. In my personal opinion, they're the best ones of any fidget slider you can buy in the market today, and I'm just going to try to quickly go over why that is. So the first point is the concave design of them. So it might be kind of hard to see from this angle, but all these machining lines here make up sort of a dish in the center of this. The easiest way to see that is just going to grab a flashlight. You know, the light shines through. Both ways it shines through. So what that's probably already told you is that only the four corners are touching at any given time. So right away, you've just taken away so much friction. When you have plates that are flat, you have both the sides rubbing up against each other. You need an extremely smooth surface. You need to keep it debris free at all times, or something will get caught in there and scratch up. And with these, no, not really. Not at all. I mean, if you do get debris in there, sure, you want to get it out. But if you don't right away, it's just gonna meld in and end up looking more like these ones. These are the first slide plates I ever had. And as you can see, they've been put through the ringer. And it's a really great example of seeing exactly where the points touch. And it goes all the way around that outer perimeter. But on the inside, other than it smoothing out a bit from just use, looks essentially unused. And they slide even, I dare to say, better than the ones that haven't been broken in that much. It's really quite something. These slide plates break in like a pair of leather shoes. They don't break down. So the concave design is big, but it really wouldn't be what it is if these weren't made of stainless steel, which they are. So stainless steel, it's smooth, it's durable, it doesn't wear out, and it stays slippery, it stays able to slide, right? It doesn't gum up like some other metals. Third point, testing. So jnix, the creator, owner, operator, maker of ModusWorks, the man, the legend, he tested these slide plates designs, like on the first prototype, because he wanted to know that nothing was going to break down to a point where you couldn't use it anymore. So he had a custom rig that he built for himself, and there's a video out there somewhere, but it's buried in posts and it's really hard to find. Jonas, if you're watching, maybe you could show people the link to that. So this rig will go back and forth like that. It's got two slide plates with no body on the wrap, and it's basically just this mechanism that was just sliding the plates back and forth like this. And he set it to slide back and forth 200,000 times before he was happy and confident that this was a great design to go with. They didn't even look like this after, like nowhere near. Mine have, I can't tell you how many times you have to do it to get it to look like that, but it's a lot. You basically have to have that one wrapped and just having your hand almost all the time. What's the fourth thing? Innovation. Okay, so another thing that you probably have never noticed about it, even if you have had a wrap for a long time. I didn't notice this either until Jonas told me, and then recently I kind of bugged him a little bit to go into a little bit more depth with me because I wanted that information to do this video. So he posted a little clip on the ModusWorks family Facebook group But of course, you're not all going to be a member of that if you're watching here on YouTube. So I will just splice that in right here so you can take a look at it right now.
All right, I'll try to make this short and sweet. So yes, the wrap plates are bent after I machine them. I don't really advertise the fact because nobody probably ever noticed. But the plates are bent in the longitudinal direction. So basically like a hamburger fold if it were a piece of paper. So if you use a plate and install a plate, and before you tighten down the screw, you may notice a slight gap at the edge of the body. There also may be a slight gap after the screw is all the way tightened. This is fine. Totally expected, totally normal. This wasn't what I did in the beginning. I had a couple people reach out to me asking why their magnets were rattling, or they were reaching out to me asking me why their screw keeps coming undone. The reason the screw comes undone when the plates are not bent, like I showed you, is the plate has a little bit of wiggle. There has to be clearance in order to allow the plate to fit, so there's always going to be some amount of wiggle, and that degree of wiggle would move in this direction and unscrew the screw over time. So I introduced the plate, the bend in the plate after I realized this alleviates the issues completely. I would not have considered this unless I had come across a SmarterEveryDay video on YouTube in which they bend rocket panels. They machine them flat and bend them to make them into the cylinder shape that you see on a rocket. So that was pretty cool. I was like, okay, this actually has an engineering application. I'm going to go forward with it. So after the screw is tightened down, that gap is going to get smaller. It's going to tighten everything up inside, and it's also going to make the contact points to the body against the ends of the body, and it's going to very evenly distribute that force across the length of the plate.
So yeah, there you go. Perfectly good engineering technique. Bend the plates a little bit. Very smart. I love it. Oh, and hey, how about a little clip of that actual video that Jonas was talking about? I'll put it in right here.
See, now they're lifting in a little bit. He's bumping it again. So now they're making another adjustment, and they're going to bump it again. This is all done by eye and by hand. You could do this with a sort of a remote controlled operation, but you could not get the same lightweight tanks out of that. You'd have to work with much thicker pieces of metal, and you wouldn't have as high a performing rocket.
So I notice she's looking with her eyes. She's operating, is she operating the press with her foot?
Yes.
She's operating the overhead crane.
Yes.
And also that
she has what's called a walk-along or a creeper, just like you would have, say, on your truck to tighten a fence or to get yourself out of a ditch. She's doing all three things at once while watching the curvature she's creating in this part.
She is fully engaged.
Oh, yes.
That's amazing. Don't look at us. Don't let us distract you. Should we go away? We're distracting them.
Yes, yeah.
Let's go. And I'll actually add the link at the end of the video with the time code for that SmarterEveryDay video with the rockets, so you can watch more of that, or subscribe to his channel, or subscribe to mine if you want. Yeah, because it's it's good. It's smart. Jonas is really smart, and he's finding new ideas and educating himself, and he loves to learn. So that's why you're getting a really cool slider like this. Then one of the last points is warranty. It has been posted on the Motorsports Family website, Facebook group, by Jonas Nix if I recall, back in October of last year, he was talking about slide plates, and yeah, he's so confident in these slide plates and their ability to basically never wear out and always slide and function, that he's stated that if they ever do, for some weird reason, just cease to function and cease to slide, just drop him a line and he will replace them for no charge. So, you know, peace of mind. Anyway, there you go. The best slide plates on the market for any fidget slider. Prove me wrong, I dare you. There'll be lots of links in the description to go buy one of these. Yeah. Cheers, nerds. Love ya.